I'm just, I have a comment from yesterday, which was, I mean, this is still, your approach is still, I feel it really directly. And just my experience yesterday of being in the satsang with you, Terrence, and when you were talking about the me, and then you said my name, and I felt all of the stories just rushing in.
Yeah.
And I felt like just heat in my face and just the anxiety and the stories and
Energetic. Yeah.
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 So that's still, it's still staying with me. And
The energy about the story is still staying with you, or
the experience of the me in that moment, and just how powerful it felt.
oh, it's so unbelievably powerful, and yet it's not.
Right.
And yet it's not.
Right.
It's what gets created in here. It's not even in here, by the way, but I do that because that's where most people go. Right? What gets created in here is unbelievably magical, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. A world gets created in here. What you believe the world to be is being created in here.
Yeah.
Not only that, yeah, what you believe yourself to be gets created in here. Yeah. Then mind, here's the kicker, mind then mixes with this direct experience of being conscious, which then makes the me feel real.
Mm.
That's what's occurring. They mix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Absolutely, I'm here, me will assert. Of course I'm here. Like I feel I'm here. I'm here. Yeah. But it's as Stella was saying from a video she watched a while ago, it's mind just hijacks this sense of presence and beingness and says, this is me. This sense of presence and beingness. And this sense of presence and beingness is not me. It's absolutely not. Totally false.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to be seen for yours. That needs to be seen. You must see that. I can say it. Now you must see it. Yeah. See what's actually going on. What's actually happening. And you're in the best seat in the house to do that. No one else is privy to your me, your mind. No one else is privy to it. You're in the best seat in the house. Yeah.
That is what it feels like as you're talking. It feels like blending and then unblending and
Yeah.
blending.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The me's inclined to, or the mind is inclined to blend. And I'm trying to apart. Yeah. That's why you'll hear me say silly things like, where are you right now? And then the mind will step in and it'll start spitting out stuff that it's learnt. Oh, I'm not here. There's no me here. Okay. Yeah, all right. Where are you right now? Your bum's on a couch, sitting on a couch. You are here. Here. Yeah? And it's from here that we are aware of the mind. And yet we choose to live in there. And we do. We live in the mind instead of here. Not realizing that it's from here, right here, you're aware of mind. And we have no clue what this here is. Why? Because a long time ago, mind hijacked this and says, this is me. And we never, ever look at it again. It's an absolute belief that this, what I'm experiencing, this yeah, is me. And we never look again. Never look. And here's the irony. Then, at some stage later on in life, the me gets on a spiritual path. And guess what it's looking for? This. So then it's a matter of saying, okay, yeah, what's seeking? What's the seeker? Who or what is it that wants? Who or what is it that wants to become, achieve, find, arrive in the present moment? What's that? See that. See what that is. Yeah. Now, for a moment, until it's really seen, we're going to say, well, it's what that is me. Okay. Good. All right. Now, what's the me? See what that is. What's that? Like, I can't remember if I said this yesterday or not. I think I may have. You know, if I create amnesia in you, Dania, where does Dania go?
She's gone.
Like, really gone. Absolutely gone. Don't even recognize your face when you look in the mirror. Gone. Now, what have we removed? Really? What's been removed?
The memories, the personality.
Yeah, content of mind, the me story, the big me story. Now, that's a really clear, sharp pointer in reference to what this me is. You know, the closest I got when I was looking was to say, oh my God, I am memory. I am memory. Like I saw that, but it kind of at the same time didn't make sense. Because at the same time I was intuiting I was something else. I am memory. Okay, what's a memory? Big, huge, massive collection of thoughts and ideas. Only thoughts and ideas. Images. Yeah. We can imagine a green apple in our mind. Is that a green apple? Compared to a green apple sitting there, yeah? Yeah. But we take the imagined green apple to be an apple. You know, if I said, you know, imagine a house, and you imagined a house, and ordinarily, yeah, I would say to the person, okay, is that a house? And 99 times out of 100, the person will say, yes, that's a house. No, it's not a house. It's not a house. You're sitting in a house right now. That's a house. Sitting on a couch in a house, that's a house. If you're living in a house, I'm assuming, right? But yeah. And, and then along with that, yeah, the me gets imagined as well. And we take the imagined me to be me. Like we take the imagined apple to be an apple. Yeah. You apply the same thing to trauma. stuff that may have happened to people 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Yeah. They have a recollection of the trauma, and they're taking the recollection to be the trauma. That's not the trauma. That's not the trauma. Yeah. And then they're traumatized by the recollection. Why? Because they believe the recollection is the trauma. And it's clearly not. Clearly not. Yeah. So, you know, until we see or know otherwise, all we've been doing our whole life is believing whatever it is the mind is throwing up. Now, here's the good news. You're not doing any of that. If you were, yeah, I would simply say, Dania, stop it. No more. Don't do that. Yeah. You very, very quickly discover, holy shit, I'm not doing that. If I did have any real choice in that, yeah. And then what can sometimes get mixed in with that is, oh my God, there's really something wrong with me because clearly I'm responsible for what I think, and why would I think such things? And then that makes it worse. And the truth is, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Yeah? Just happening. All the while, yeah, you are conscious of that, but completely unconscious of being conscious. So you have to fall into like a state of unconsciousness for a dream to start happening when you fall asleep on your bed at night. So when we fall asleep, yeah, become unconscious of being conscious, we fall asleep, yeah, and then dream starts. Now, your dream character in that dream, can that dream character in the dream experience consciousness? Good. So this me that we're taking ourselves to be can't experience consciousness or awareness or beingness. It only has a concept of it, and it believes the concept of it, like the imagined apple, like the imagined house, like the trauma, like the, yeah, all conceptual images and storytelling, and off it goes. Yeah. And you're not that. You're none of that. How do you come to know that? Holy shit, I'm aware of it all. So anything that you can be aware of is not you. How could it be? How could it be? You're aware of it. How could it be?
Right. And when you said that there can't be 2 points of consciousness, that really
Yep.
touched me. Like,
There's one point of consciousness. All right. Where's that? I it's here. It's here with me right now. It's here. The problem is mind still steps in and believes that this here is me. And this here that the mind is saying is me still only runs on a concept of this, and then continues to look for it. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to practice living in the now. That seems a pretty popular thing these days. Even psychology has picked it up. All right, I'm going to, man, come on. Like, I'm going to practice living in the now. Try not being in the now. Seriously. Seriously. Try not being. It's not possible to not be in the now. We are always in the now. Always, always, always. But what says otherwise? The mind. Oh, clearly I'm not in the now. I need to do some meditation, or I need to, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. The reality is you are in the now. That's what I was referring to earlier with Stella. Where are you? Your ass is on the seat. You're here. This is where we are. Yeah. And again, the only problem with it is mind has believed for a very, very long time that this is the me.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel it almost like it's like fused, and there's
Yes,
moments where it sort of gets
yes,
it
yes,
dissipates and it comes back, and
yes.
it's like, yeah.
Good, good. Now, this, yeah, one's true and one is absolutely not.
Mhm.
So the one that is absolutely not is never, ever, ever going to be able to find the truth. Why? Because it's absolutely not the truth. Can't find the truth. Yeah. But that is that is absolute truth can come to see absolute false. False.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'm talking to this, not this. Never am I talking to that. People's me's will think I'm talking to that, and I'm never talking to that. Yeah? It's this, referred to as consciousness. But even the me's got a concept of what that is. Consciousness, here-ness, beingness. The mind's got a concept of all that.
Mhm.
So even calling it consciousness, it isn't it. Yet, in your direct experience, something's going on there. It's referred to as consciousness and awareness and beingness, and even those three labels aren't it. It's nondescript, completely, totally nondescript. It's not a thing. The mind only deals with things. Why? Because it's dualistic. The way it operates, it's dualistic. Outside of mind, no such thing as duality. No such thing. Outside of mind, no such thing as time. No such thing. Handy concept, as is mathematics. Handy concept. Yeah. Can still be used, yeah. But the truth of it is seen. It's not real. I've never found anybody yet, yeah, that's been able to tell me about their direct experience right here, right now of time. The closer you get to your direct experience, time stops. It's not a thing. Yeah. The direct experience is non-dual. Where do you fit time into a non-dual? Where do you fit time into that? It's non-dualistic. Time is absolutely dualistic. There's a past, there's a present, there's a future. No, there's not. Even to call it present or even to call it now implies a past or a future. So it's not even the word now. So, even when I say now, that's a pointer too. It's a pointer. I usually refer to now, and this is also a pointer, but I usually refer to it as just on.
Yeah, that
On.
connects.
Yeah. Like switched on, just on. Like looking at a light bulb, yeah, that's shining light. Yeah. It's just on, isn't it? And even when you're looking at the light coming from the light bulb, yeah, you don't even go into, when you're absolutely there, just observing that, you don't even go into, oh, that, a moment ago that there was light there, and now that light's now in the past, and there's going to be a future light that comes out of that light bulb. That's absurd. The experience is just direct. It's just light. No duality in it. None. Yeah. Outside of mind, non-dual. Absence of mind, non-dual.
It's like I'm just, yeah.
Yeah.
My mind can't grasp any of it.
No, I
It's
can't. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. So I much prefer hearing from people. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Ah, that's right. Mind can never know. Yeah. It can never know. You can, though. You can, though. Yeah. And for that, again, this is all pointers, yeah. But, for that true self to shine forth, really open up, and it does. Yeah, for that to really open up, all you got to do is come to see what you're not. And that's coming to see what you're not is what you are. Yeah. And that you're not is searching for what you are. that you're not is searching for what you are. Whereas what you are is always here. So you come to see what you're not. Keep coming to see what you're not. Watch the mechanics of the mind, not the content, the mechanics. Don't get lost in the content. That's what we've been doing our whole life. Yeah. Never, ever, ever, if you can, from this point forward, accept an assumption or a belief or a guess from the mind. No. Truth only, please. Truth only. The downside of that, it's actually an upside, right? The downside of that is that you will come to realize after a while, and it can be a little while, it can be a moment, it can be in a second. Yeah. No matter what the mind says, no matter what it says, it's not true. If you have a really good look at it, yeah, from truth, and you are truth, you are, yeah, from truth. Watch what it says. Challenge it. Challenge it. That's it. Yeah. So this is a 180-degree turnaround. Stop looking for what you are. Let's come to see what you're not. And let's see what happens. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thanks, Talia.